Good morning. Sorry for the lateness. We had a crazy derecho storm roll through. Had a aggressive coffee slurp. At about like 4 in the morning. Thankfully, it wasn't as bad as the one that came through 5 years ago. So it knocked the power out from 4 in the morning until about 20 minutes ago. Okay, we're going to be working on our chess set today. We have to finish up the horse, and then we have to make the king piece not so weeble wobbly by adding something to the bottom. So that's our mission today. A lace dolly. No, I'm thinking about something that will tie it to the queen, being, the queen being this kind of plant creature. Doing like, kind of like some sort of vines twisting up from the bottom, maybe with some little flowers on there or something. All right. Have to reset things. Of course, first thing I did when the power went out is unplug all the computers. Okay. You need a new chair, G. So this chair I got is the one of those ones that has the mesh instead of the padding. It has the mesh on the bottom and on the back. It's gotta be the best chair I've had thus far. Just by it being more of like a hammock style mesh instead of like a solid padding, it doesn't really lose its cushioning, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see here. Let's grab some tools. I went through my tools yesterday and kind of organized things a little bit. We had an interesting event happen on the block yesterday after stream. There's been a tree on the boulevard that's had a big crack in it since about 5 years ago. And of course everybody's reported it to the city and they just never really did anything about it. And well, it finally gave way in the night last night, and it was just like totally like collapsed across the street. Really big, 60-foot tall tree. But people were still like driving under it. I'm like, oh my goodness, someone's gonna get killed here. So we tried calling the city, and they were like, oh yeah, we'll go check it out. You know, all nonchalant, like as if it wasn't an emergency. So then Ina suggested I should call the police to get, you know, somebody here right away to close the road off. So I did that, and police showed up, and then sure enough, like 15 minutes later, they had a whole fleet of like tree removal vehicles from the city. It's like, yeah, I'll show you. There's a picture to go with this story. It was a whole fleet. You call the city about doing something as a person and nothing happens, but yeah, get the police involved, and there you go. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. Let's just wait till this either destroys someone's property or kills somebody, and then we'll do something. Yeah, but police showed up right away. It was like community service officer, and then she pretty much contacted the city. They came out and looked at it. I didn't really care if they did anything. It was more of just they just needed to block the road off, because literally people were like, the branches are touching the road and people are still driving under it. I'm like, you're gonna get killed. The awareness of people these days can be scary. Yeah, oh yeah, I'll show you. Here. This is how it looked when people were still driving underneath it. So this one here is just suspended in air and like cracking. Every time there's a subtle breeze, it would be like cracking. Like you could hear it like, you know, and then this one was leaning against the tree on the other side of the road. So yeah, people are just like driving through here, you know, as if nothing's happening. I mean, groceries aren't gonna go get themselves. Yeah. Is this love or not? I don't know. I don't know if it's love. Maybe like really like, but not quite at the level of love. Oh, live. Yeah, this is live. Yeah. This is indeed live. Unless you have a tree risk specialist that you hire. Yeah, so what they did is the city came out with like this whole fleet of like vehicles. They had like 2 bucket trucks, a bulldozer, a big huge truck, like all these vehicles, and like 10, 20 people showed up after the police lady. And they all stood around there, you know, looking at it like, And then the big chief comes by, you know, in his nice big huge truck. Just shows up, and you know he's the only one that's got like a button-down shirt, and he looks at it, and they're looking at it for like 20 minutes, and then they decide they're gonna call the tree chopping company to come take care of it. They decided it's too
the strength of the cnotbusch kingdom lies
too risky for them.
Walls, but in our people, march to war.
Hey, Ginkgo. Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome. You know those people? I don't know those people. Tell me about them. Welcome in, everybody. I was just telling my tree story that happened yesterday in my neighborhood. Yeah, welcome in. We're mostly carving. All right, cool. Welcome in. Yeah, we're gonna be sculpting some chess pieces today. We'll be working on this one. You like tree stories? Okay, back to the story. So anyways, the city comes and looks at it, and they're like, look around for like 20 minutes. They bring the whole fleet of vehicles here before they even look at it. So they got this like big front end loader. Like they brought it all. And then they decide, it's too hard for us. We're gonna call. The guy said there's too many variables, so we're gonna call the tree chopping company that we hire for stuff like this. So then they all packed up and left. Of course, this is after they made everybody clear the street and move their cars. And then the tree chopping guys show up. 3 dudes, okay, 1 truck, and then 1 little like tractor machine with like a claw, like a little, it was almost like a little skid steer. Not even a skid steer, not even that. So the guy gets up in the bucket truck and starts just chopping it from the top here down into chunks. 2 dudes and 1 Cerub. We've realized that there's a hidden like a tribe of humanity like in plain sight. We call them Cerubs. We saw tree chopping Cerub was part of this crew. He just has like, usually they always have glasses, okay, and they have like just massive hair that's usually curly, really long, massive hair, and then usually like a shorter beard. And they have a certain like way that they walk, all the they just walk in a way with all the confidence in the world. We call them Cerubs because that's how Cerub's the alpha Cerub, I think, or the original. But it was the guy that was operating the little skid steer that moved all the trees was the Cerub, and man, the way he got on and off that thing and moved the tree parts around, he was super confident with every move. So Cerub Prime, yeah, Cerub is Cerub Prime, but this was tree chopping Cerub. First thing he did was put on a bandana, to protect his huge mane. His hair was so like, he's like really long hair, but it's like super curly, so like it's huge, and it's like half of his body, like a Dragon Ball Z character, Haggard hair, yeah, exactly. Exactly. You should have seen, so literally in the same spot across the street, the house, the people moved out and there was like renovations going on there. It was like a little van. It was like a van and like a little crew of like 2 dudes. It actually was 1 dude and 1 Cerub. And like, no joke, it's like the exact same type of person. Glasses, short beard, big head of hair, usually some sort of funny hat. And then just like a swagger to the walk that they have, just like a presence in the room. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but that was Painter Cerub. They're all a little bit different, but very much these like same, yeah. So me and my wife, as we're roaming the world, we always encounter these like different variations of Cerub. So. Hey, all right. Hey, let's see here. Look forward to see your Cerub sculpture. we should actually. I thought about making a whole like fine art gallery of all the different variations of Cerub, and then just like being really like high class, pinky up about it. Call it the gallery of Cerub, and it'll be like tree chopping Cerub and like business executive Cerub. And then not let them know about it, but invite actual Cerub to the gallery showing. Duct tape Cerub to a wall. Oh my goodness. Okay. Ginkgo, let me give you a follow here, my friend. I'll definitely go check out your stuff. Thanks again for sending your people here. I appreciate that. Let's see, let me just grab a few more tools here. That should do it for now. Yeah, natural one. Can never understand. Too complex. All right. I think we'll make his like chest armor here. Hold on. Need some clay glue. Hey, what's up, Funka? Oh, also need a brush. Oh yeah, let me check it out here. Oh, nice. That's cool. Misty Day. Oh, I see wood block. Okay, so carving wood blocks for like for printmaking, essentially. Ah. You broke your routine. That's all right, Funka. It's not about falling off the horse. It's about getting back on it. That's what matters. We always fall off the horse. Yeah, that's awesome. That's cool stuff. I shall indeed have to check it out. It is glass, yeah. What'd you think it was? Transparent wood. It's a translucent cast clay. Everything's cast clay in my house. You don't clean it much. No, I don't. Actually, I do. I do. You just don't notice because it gets messy so quickly. By the time you would notice, it's already. I mean, we're already on the road. Look, I got a drop of glue right there. Like 10 minutes in. Actually, no. This weekend I went through my. I have a area in my laundry room that's it's a bunch of shelving with a bunch of stuff, mostly canning things. And I've been needing to go through all the jars and cleaning them and just getting them prepped and getting that area much more like usable. So when I make something that I can just grab a jar and it's like ready to go. So
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
Hey, Don, thank you so much for the 14 months, my friend. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Greetings. Thank you for your support, my friend. Yeah, so it just was chaotic, and like when I would want to go and like get a bunch of tomatoes and like just make them up into some sauce and can it, I would always get stopped because the cannings, the jars and all that stuff was never organized and never ready to go. So it always stopped me from executing this plan, speed bump. So I went through and pulled all that stuff out, eliminated things that are no longer needed, and yeah, I washed all the jars, and then you have to bake them. So you put them in the oven at 270, the jars, and bake them to to sanitize them, and then put all the lids on them, and now they're pretty much ready to go. I can just pop them open, fill them with junk, and can it up. So yeah, there's still a few left. I'm doing the last round of jars right now, but yeah, it was quite a job. Quite a job indeed. So that was my weekend project. The missus painted the living room. So she painted. It's been needing a new coat of paint for a while. She painted. Made it nice and fresh in there. Same color, just a fresh coat of paint. It's kind of like a gray, like a cosplay gray. No. White ceilings and white trim, but like a gray, cosplay gray wall color. While she was painting, she was like, "Man, how much do they charge for somebody to paint a room?" And we looked it up, and she's like, "Makes sense. It's a lot of work." It's like $300 to $800 for the room the size that she did. Yeah. I also made, this weekend I made homemade bug spray. Which I will say is very effective. The mosquitoes have gotten really bad because we just have gotten so much rain. It's been like a Amazon jungle over here. Great for the garden, bad for mosquitoes. It's a recipe that uses geranium essential oil, lemon eucalyptus essential oil, and then vegetable glycerin, which is kind of like it's like the oily substance that's inside of lotion usually. And then something called witch hazel, which is kind of like an astringent. Mix it all up and spray it. Put it in a sprayer, and there you go. Safe for pets too. Oh, there you go. I always put cinnamon in my coffee. I actually have some in there today. I'd say not always, but a lot of times I do. I like cinnamon. You know what's great about cinnamon too is it's super good for it's an antiviral. Most people don't know that. So if you start feeling something coming on, especially something respiratory, just start dashing some cinnamon, some zimt in the kefshe. Cinnamon in the coffee. Zimt in the cafe. Hey, speaking of coffee, how you doing there, coffee? Oh, thank you. I'm doing good. I only lost, we had a derecho last night. At like 4 in the morning. Which is like hurricane strength wind storm that just blows through. Thankfully, I only lost like 2 sunflowers. Got tipped over. So the power went out and we had a late start to the morning stream, but other than that, pretty smooth. Yeah. Am I going to bake the pieces? Hey, how you doing, Barbie? Yeah, so once we get this kind of chest area done, we'll bake it and then do like probably do the arms and shoulders in a separate layer and then this like tower part at the bottom. We're just gonna be kind of following the same blueprint we did for this other one. Now we get the fun part of designing the armor. Yeah, we don't get hurricanes here either. I'm probably the farthest away from an ocean you can be, but sometimes a perfect storm will come rolling across the plains that is just geared for really crazy winds. It's called a derecho. derecho sandstorm. Sounds like a cyclone creature in a Western game. Beware the derecho. Monsoon. Michigan is rated #1 in safety from natural disasters in the state. Yeah, I mean, I believe it. Michigan. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. You guys don't really get the tornado action. Pretty safe place to be. Blizzards in the death cold. Yeah, but that's not a natural disaster. That's just an everyday life for Michiganders. Especially in the UP, Upper Peninsula. We get the malaria mosquitoes where I'm at. Do they really have malaria, or are they just a lot of them and you're just like a figure of speech? No, Barbie. I make one-off pieces or one-of-a-kind pieces, so these will be baked and then the originals are painted. Just a lot of them. Okay. I was going to say, I have a plant that I grow that actually is a remedy for malaria. Or actually, I think it's even considered a cure. It's called sweet wormwood. Oh. Well, in case you get that malaria issue, let me know. I'll get you some seeds. Reminds you of Lord of the Rings. Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. We do like Lord of the Rings around here. West Nile virus. Oops. Someone in your house did get malaria last year, really? Jeez. Where are you at? I see you. Reprimanded you for killing a mosquito? I'll kill mosquitoes for sure. I agree with the mindset of unnecessary killing of things is not okay, but but it definitely gets pushed too far. Colorado, interesting. Okay. You know what I've heard is on the rise, especially in America, is Lyme disease from ticks. It's become quite a kind of like a hidden epidemic of sorts. No one's really talking about it. There's like 500,000 new cases or something in one year. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Lyme disease seems like not a pleasant experience. Yeah, it's not a problem. That's more of a, I don't know. There's not a lot of ticks in the West, I think. It's more of like in the East type of thing. We don't have them real bad here, thankfully. You know, they're not like hanging around in the residential area, at least. You go into the woods and stuff, you'll have some, but stay on the path. Risk of mushroom and berry hunting, yeah. They don't like geranium, so that's yeah. Possums, I think, are good at managing tick population. I think they eat ticks. Possums. Possums are cool, man. I think they're completely immune to like all diseases. I know they can't get rabies. Such interesting creatures. Oh, okay. The plague. Nice. Well, you go ahead and keep that over there. I've never. Can't say I have. Hasn't everybody? Yeah. Anytime something wants to get them sick, they just play dead. They trick the sickness. Prairie dogs, really. They're not completely immune to all diseases, but they have a high level of resistance to several, including rabies, Lyme disease, snake venom, and other diseases. They're less resistant to, toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis, it's taking over, I'm telling you. That's the cat mind control one. +3 antibodies. Tuberculosis. That's the one that they're not very good at fending off. But that's pretty cool, though. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely higher in the north. Kind of like the northeast for Lyme disease. Interesting. There's like no problem with that out west. Hey. Shis. Hello. Oh. Oh, really? Clayton. 6 months of antibiotics. Does that mean it like lays dormant pretty much forever in her system? Dang diseases all over the place. Yeah, right. No joke. Oof. So what is that? Is it kind of like a cough that just never goes away or something? Knee pants. Yeah. I'm glad she's doing good now. I don't even know what the symptoms of tuberculosis is. Out of all the tools I use, which one do I prefer? You mean which one do I use the most? Or I use this one that I'm using right now quite a lot. I'd say it's this one and this one right here I get used the most. Can't help it, but every time I learn about a little disease or something like that, the first thing I want to do is look up what plants are good for fighting it and then grow it in my garden. Have like a living medicine cabinet in my backyard. I went down a Lyme disease rabbit hole the other day. I mean, out of the ones you use to sculpt / model, yeah, sculpting tools, right? Like this one right here. Yeah, it's definitely these two are my favorite. Oh, I would say. And this one maybe a third place. Hold on, I'll be right back, folks. Don't go nowhere. All right. I think this is a Planet Coaster track. Yeah, totally, Corvic. Yeah, I mean, yeah. No, it's definitely the case. You have to imagine the, like, especially in the polymer clay sphere, Cos Clay is still the new kid on the block because these other companies have been around for, you know, decades, you know. I'm starting to see in like a little bit more known YouTubers, they'll be you know, messing around with cosplay and stuff, which is good to see. That'll definitely help get the name out there for sure. Oh, nice. Yeah, I also don't like doing house plants. Unless it's like a pathos plant, because those are like, they're like the catfish of plants. They just keep living and living. Hey, how you doing there, Dvorn? Catfish of plants. Yeah, pothos, I think is what it's called. Pothos. They it's a house plant that just you don't even have to give it much sunlight. You never have to give it any nutrients. Barely have to give it water, and it'll still just keep living. It can live actually in a fish tank. Like, No dirt, just straight up putting the roots right in a fish tank. Does anyone have an idea on how to teach a cat not to chase little birds? No. I don't think you can teach a cat. I don't know. I think we can just end there. I don't think you can teach a cat anything. Cat does what cat wants to. Have you tried telling it no? Those birds are doomed, sorry. You wrap the this is what you do. This is the only way I've seen people train cats. You wrap the birds with tinfoil. Oh yeah. That seems to work with countertops. Yeah. Aluminum foil. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna look up. Pothos. This is what this one looks like. Very easy to grow inside. If you want to get into, I think it's a good starting to get into indoor growing. I had no idea catfish were so hardy. Catfish are very hardy fish. I mean, they are bottom feeders, so. Catfish, I think, are a great start for anyone wanting to get into having a fish tank, too. Ambush. Is Sam the name of your cat? Oh. Yes, the toxoplasmosis is setting in deep there, Clayton. It's even stopping you from playing your games that you love. Crazy. The rulership the mind control is truly sitting in. Dang, the cats are onto me. Why subscribe to cnotbusch when you can get 5 more cats instead? Yes. Yeah, it's called toxoplasmosis. Scorch. I'm convinced it's exactly where it's like I think when you see those like the classic crazy cat lady with like a million cats and the lady thinks it's totally like normal and okay, that it really is in her mind normal and okay because she's got toxoplasmosis. It's just like a physical reality of it. Yeah, just a wooden. They'll probably get little felt pads at the bottom once it's all done. Yeah, because they're chess pieces. They just be hoarders? No, I don't think so. I bet you it's toxoplasmosis. Why hoard living cats when you can just hoard like newspapers and stuff? You know what I mean? If it's just hoarding. Why not both? Well, usually, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. It could be. Newspapers don't snuggle. Well, here's the thing. We need to look at, okay. We need to find instances where there's both people that are hoarding, but one has cats and one has dogs, and see if it's more common if the hoarder that has dogs just has one dog or maybe 2. And if the cat person always has like 10 plus cats, then then I would definitely, that would be evidence to me more towards something like toxoplasmosis. I wonder. Cats cause well we have to establish a baseline of like, is it hoarding or is it something linked to the actual animal? So we get people that are hoarders, you know. Like, does the person have 1,000,000 cats because they're just hoarding cats, or is there something else to it? You know what I mean? Like toxoplasmosis, cat mind control. Is it the parasite making them like them more? Yeah, exactly. Or actually, maybe a good test would be to find somebody who's got 1,000,000,000 cats, and then give them like a treatment to, like, an anti-parasitic regiment, purge their system of any potential toxoplasmosis, and then see if their thoughts on their cat situation changes. Yeah, I think so. That's why they always say to not have cats if you're pregnant. I think that's the reason behind it. It's a commissioned piece, so it'll go to the client once it's done. Oh, I don't get into any particulars as far as costs on stream there. None. Any pricing related questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. You just gotta email me though. The small price of your soul. Huh?
Can you keep this safe? It's not safe.
Oh, yeah, sure. Ooh, that's cool. What's going on here? That's your character right there?
She's watching the creatures.
She's watching the creatures.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
And there's a slime right there. See that slime?
Oh yeah, look at that. Cool. There's a slime.
And look, there's the map around that. Around there.
That's the map.
Mm-hmm. Right now
That's a cool little creature right there.
That's a creature I like going on high.
It's like sitting on the branch there, or
No, that's remember that little sticks on birdhouses?
yeah,
That's what it likes to go on.
kind of like a little perch. Yeah, nice.
That's a bridge to go for animals that don't like getting wet. All the way up there, and then they can go down.
That's cool. Nice.
And would I have some more clay, please?
Yeah, sure. They said, I love the hair. Very cool. Nice work, Emma.
Dad?
Yeah.
Did you show your acorn I made before to the stream, the one I colored?
Let me see. I don't know if I did show them. You guys see? Did you guys see this before? Emma colored this acorn cap. Pretty nice,
I
huh?
made little bulls out of these acorn caps.
I said, good work, Emma. Great work.
Thanks. I turned these into acorn bowls.
Acorn bowls. These are nuts, somebody said. Get it? Because it's an acorn is a type of nut.
But I call them acorn bowls because that's
They're called acorn bowls, Red Ticket.
color. Wait, is that even how you make an acorn bowl?
I guess that's probably how I would do it.
By coloring an acorn
Yeah.
to make an acorn bowl?
Mm-hmm.
We have some of those
Oh.
wood
Let me get you some.
and wood.
Yeah, you can have some.
Okay. And would I have a treasure?
Nah.
You don't even want to trade for one of my cool shiny rocks?
How about I pick one and give it to you? How about that?
Yeah, and then I'll trade.
No, I don't need to trade. I'll pick one and give it to you. You get this nice detailed button.
Trade.
No deal.
Yes, deal.
No, I don't want to trade. I'll just give you something. I can take it back if you don't want it.
I like it.
Oh, okay. You want
I
to keep
don't
it?
even want it
All right, yeah, I'll take it back.
because I wanted to pick.
Yeah. Gotcha. There you go.
Think. Should we get some wood?
Get some popsicle sticks.
And I heard thunder.
Was that thunder?
A big, loud bang.
I heard it too. I just didn't know if it was thunder.
I think it was.
I wonder if there's another storm coming in. How you doing there, Mr. Morph? Barlette pear. Well, fancy you there. Got them Barlette pears, huh? Looney Lorna. Nice. China. Ah, pears. Love the flavor, hate the texture. I think I measured that wrong. Well, shoot. Let me grab calipers. Yeah. Well, on a piece like this, I just kind of just winging it, freestyling. But some of my bigger projects, I'll do a sketch first, and then oftentimes I'll kind of come up with what I want to do, and then I'll look up reference to back it up. But like I said, in this case, I'm not using anything. I'm just kind of basing it off of what I know. No, not really. It'd be one of those things I would just download and then never actually make time to use it currently. I think I have even less desire to mess around with digital after the advent of AI. I think we should lean more towards traditional now. Until the AI has a body, it can't compete. And once it has a body, the least of our worries will be producing artwork. Is it for Magnus Carlsen? No. No, it is not. The day when the robot can carry the grocery bags without dropping the pickle jar, it's all over. I regard 3D as the last of the traditional before I... Right, but I'm just saying, you know, anything that's directly tied to the computer is going to be absolutely the first territory that gets completely taken over. Traditional skills will be the temporary sanctuary. Yeah. Well, those same people saying to do that are also the same people that would agree that they're more impressed by traditional sculpting than digital sculpting and 3D printing. So just return with that follow-up question. Well, what would you find more impressive, a highly detailed traditional sculpture or a 3D printed one? Or you just say, you know, I honestly, I wouldn't enjoy the process of creating things digitally and then 3D printing. I wouldn't enjoy that process as much as just the traditional process. It's much more enjoyable to me. How can I spill glue in 3D printing? No, just go the toxic route. Cosplay's non-toxic, and 3D printing resin is toxic. So, it is what it is. There's all kinds of excuses you could give. Yeah, it is. You're right. It is a matter of opinion, but I think, and I appreciate digital artists and their work for sure. I think I probably appreciate it more as a sculptor than as a person that's just a viewer. But there is a sort of, extra adoration for something that's done by hand. And you see that through all creative practices, you know what I mean? I think it's probably the relatability that, I have hands too. And just seeing a human do something with hands kind of creates that. I don't know what it is, whatever that extra thing is. Yeah. I've thought of also like different hybrid approaches really haven't been explored too much, but imagine sculpting a larger scale figure, traditionally, and then, because 3D scanning is getting so good, you 3D scan it and then you scale it down to a miniature size and then 3D print or something like that. I could see being a really cool approach. It could yield some unique results. This needs to go over a little bit. I feel for me it's a potential lack of rarity. Yeah, that too. There's definitely a psychological element there between the difference, like how an audience, like a general public audience, reacts to something traditional versus something digital. Fungit. Whatever happened to them? Is that markets even still going? Is that even still existing? And NFTs? Is that just or is it completely died out? There's probably some hardcore NFT collectors still playing the game. They moved to AI. Well, that was probably the very earliest uses of AI artwork. was the NFTs. Which is sad because it was potentially a system that could add that kind of that rarity factor to digital artists, you know. But of course it got taken over. You mean for rigging? I mean, you can re-topologize a model and rig it. Just have to know what you're doing, I guess. Okay. I think we're ready for rivets and textures there. Have to figure out what we're doing on the back. This guy's got a cape. Probably do a similar thing. Oh, you think so? You think so, Morph? I mean, it'd be nice, but honestly, I think in the next 3 to 5 years, we're gonna see like exponential increase. Because it's not like it's the technology. It's not like the technology is growing at a steady pace. It's an accelerated pace, and it's gonna get crazy. I think it's like we're at that tipping point. The like tipping point before light speed type of crazy. With no signs of slowing down whatsoever. But we'll see. Shining Force. I don't remember that game. Not sure I played it. Sega. Sega. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Was that a hobby of his, or is that something he did for a living? $1 a lesson. Nice. Okay, so that kind of became a career for him then. Hmm. Right to the top. Your dad's still around, isn't he? I imagine he doesn't violin much anymore if he is. That's your daddy. Sounds like a good guy. Yeah. I mean, if somebody's flirting with your partner, jealousy is the appropriate response. Okay, I think we let's texture these and add some rivets, and then we'll bake this, lock it in. Oop. Hey, what's up, Slab Central? How you doing?
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
All right. First wisdom of the day there, Mr. Sib. Thank you. Dried mandrake. Even the stars take time to align. Trust the space between moments. Trust the space between moments. Okay, yeah. Even the stars take time to align. That's right. Sometimes in life things aren't quite lining up and you have to be patient. Give it time. Embrace the journey. I'll take it and put it in the drawer of your memory. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sticking with me, man. One year of support. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you. I rely very heavily on your guys' support to make my way of life sustainable. So thank you very much to everybody who does that. Do you have a Patreon? A Patreon? No, I don't. You can do Twitch subscriptions. You can send tips via PayPal or Bits. That's about it as far as monetary support. You stick around for a while? I appreciate that. Hey, what's up, Digital? The usual. Just smushing clay around with sticks. Yeah, it's part of the gig. We all have to put up with Clayton's comments. You know, it's part of the job. It is sticky. It is sticky. You're right. Yeah. That stickiness is the only kind of you do get used to it. I don't even really notice it anymore, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Just know Cos clay or the polymer clay doesn't have that same quality. So, and the stickiness that it has does come in handy while you're actually sculpting. So, the firmer the clay, the firmer the Chavant, the less stickiness it has. So, I don't know if you got the medium, I think, right? Yeah. Well, you can. You certainly can. You just have to, if you want to pull a completed work out of Chavant, you have to mold and cast. But yeah, I know what you mean. You should have to keep in mind what your intention, your purpose is, your intention. But you're in the early stages. You're going to want to experiment, and maybe you just have to make something finished out of Chavant that you'll never actually mold and cast. I have some pieces. Some pieces laying around the workshop that I made out of Chavant. Ceramics. The realm of thought. Yeah, right. All right, let's add some rivets. Riveting. Thanks, Terry. I appreciate it. Yeah, so what it does is when you make the tool marks, let me show you. When you make a tool mark, I'll just show you kind of a cross-cut section. You know, when you look at it from this angle, it's like an edge. You know, you get these edges, these tool edges. So imagine this is the cross cut we're looking at. You know, your marks with your tools kind of become these valleys, and then you have these peaks where the tool is, right? So we tend to get rid of those, rounding those off using the brushing method with alcohol. But if you do the plastic, it does the same thing. So you put the plastic over the surface. When you push and use the tool into the clay, it naturally will round off all the corners, kind of like this, from the plastic, kind of pushing down with it. Does that make sense? Just on a blown up scale. So when you're doing all those fine little lines and little wrinkles, usually you see them use it for skin wrinkles. It's because skin doesn't have harsh corners, you know, like what the tool leaves behind. It has these kind of round, everything's rounded edges, you know, more organic. So that's why they do it. I personally just like using lines, and then I use a process like with a brush and alcohol to do the same thing. But, you know, not a huge fan of the plastic method. There's many ways to do things. That's just a different way to do that particular job. Getting his armor on. Need to give him a chin strap too. Thank you, sir. Please tell me more of this cake you speak of. No, we just watch your guys' show. Great British Bake Off. Bake Off. Could be a new insult. Oh, that's right. You're in New Zealand. I mean, was New Zealand British occupied at one point? Oh, okay. British then. Everyone was at some point. Or all British. Part of the Commonwealth. Every time I hear that term, Commonwealth, I always think of Fallout. Can't help it. No. I was liberated by the British Empire. Yes. Oh, really? Yes, that's exactly what they want you to think, Scorpio said. There's way less rebellion if the peasants think they're free. No, definitely not. They don't do that. Nope. Hello, Delano. Well, let's add the chin strap in another layer. I think we'll get that cooking. Oh, you know what? We gotta do the scratches. Let's do the scratches. Oh, and we gotta texture these rivets here. The moa. I don't know what that is. Hallo, Soldier Dude. Wie geht's dir? Mir geht es gut, danke. Geht's gut. Gute Morgen. Hey, how you doing, Fee? They're not mammals. Know it. They're fish people. People of the sea. There we go. Looks good. Got those scratches and dings in his armor from all his combat. Go ahead and bake it. Lock it in, then we can do his the little cape, shoulders, chin strap. Get that in the oven. While that's cooking, we'll do the bottom of this. We're gonna add some. We'll probably just kind of continue what we got going on here with this design at the bottom, but we need to flare out the bottom of this so it's not so top heavy. So it has more support. Our king piece. Can I speak many German or just the basics? I can speak a lot of German, but mostly basic stuff. I couldn't have like an in-depth conversation, but I've picked up a lot of German because my wife is from Germany, and we go there. We go there often. We actually just booked our next trip there, so like a mid-October to mid-November I'll be there for a month. So we'll be streaming. We'll still be streaming over there, but it'll be a different time bracket. Okay, let me go get this in the oven. I'll be right back, and then we'll continue. No, we built a second workshop over in Germany. My father-in-law helped us put together a setup over there. So that'll be the third time we're streaming from it. Each time we go, we kind of put a little bit more work into it. But it's my workshop away from my workshop, and we'll just bring probably this year I have a deadline project that's due in December, so we'll probably bring that one with us, and we'll just work on that one while we're out there. All right. You're a Deutschlander, huh? Awesome. Well, I'll be in the state of Hessen, somewhere near Fulda, little village there. That's where my wife's from. This fall. All right, I'll be back. Alrighty. Yeah, yeah. This is made by Play in the Mud. She does really nice work. I've quite a few of her mugs actually. Just a nice, sturdy, good size, not too small, not too big. It has my medieval styled logo on there. CN logo. Play in the Mud. That's the Twitch plug. So I think we'll go ahead and super glue this on here. You know what? Let me cut this wire while we got it right now before we jump into the sculpting here. There we go. Maskless like a boss. You don't need masks when cutting stuff like that, Deliner. That's a little bit it's a little bit overkill. Was it a safety third? You ever heard of the saying safety third? Safety first is not how it should be. Safety third. Need a full fireproof suit and a respirator, yeah. Safety gets a little too carried away these days. Sometimes. There we go. So we've attached it there so we can sculpt the new bottom here. Safety second, final offer. All right. Safety second and a half. Yeah, it is a real thing. Safety third. Safety first has been ruled phased out, and safety third is the new. I plead the safety fifth. Let's see. What's the safety third idea? Oh, popularized by Mike Rowe, that's the dirty jobs guy, isn't it? Safety third is a phrase popularized by Mike Rowe, meaning that while safety is important, it's not always the first priority and shouldn't be treated as such. It shouldn't be treated as such at the expense of other important factors like productivity, quality, or even the task at hand. Mm. The wise words of now I can say now in the future I can say, well, in the wise words of Mike Rowe, safety third. Mm-hmm. Thoughts on safety. Oh, there's a Reddit post. Thoughts on safety third. Well, I normally don't take coin from magic, but this is a special case.
Get special cases today.
Hey, Soldier Dude, thank you so much, man. $25 tip. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you very kindly. Making some special cases for you today there, Mr. Soldier Dude. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it, brother. The smell is horrible. It's the whole show. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you. Mr. Soldier Dude coming in, holding it down. I very much appreciate that. I think Soldier Dude knows the concept of safety third, I'm sure. I've seen your day job. Safety third is probably practiced there. Smell was safety thing. Yes, very much so. Yeah. My dad, he's a trades guy and he works. He's a machine operator, and he used to always get super upset, come home and vent about, like the big corporate guys showing up with all their safety policies and then change everything and make everything like super inefficient and like not getting the job done as quickly as it normally does. And then like the next week undoing it all because they're complaining about the productivity. Come in and do all these safety changes just to revert them later because comfort is first. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, they should give you like a robotic like sofa chair that you sit in with like two little levers so you can so you can move around the thing you're building. And then some little robotic arms that come out and do the drilling in of the screws and the bolts for you. Comfort first. Did you really, Red Ticket? Yeah, right. Hard hats and double safety glasses when the safety inspection's happening. I always loved working in a corporate environment and like, oh man, the scramble when like corporate was coming to, or not corporate, like corporate owned businesses. When corporate was in town, like touring all the like local stores. This is when I worked at Walmart, especially it was a big deal, man. When the suits were there, that's what I like to call them, the suits. They would the store manager of like the first place that gets hit would call all the other store managers as soon as they left. It was like this mad dash scramble. So the suits would show up in town, you know, to like check all the stores. And whoever got hit first just kind of took the brunt of it, but then, you know, they tour the store and let them know what they're doing good and all that stuff. And it was just a big butt kissing festival for the management towards the corporate guys. But anyways, after they would leave the store, immediately the store manager would scramble back to their office and phone all the other store managers and be like, "They're here, prepare, they're coming." and then your store manager would freak out and like come out and be like, "Oh my goodness, you know, we need to get everything like straightened up right now," you know. And then it was this mad dash scramble, and then the suits would come in through the front door, and it'd be like, you know, everyone would be like, all right, pretend like you're just working normally now, okay? Stop scrambling around, just pretend like you're being normal. So funny, man. Humans are so funny. Uses wrench to tighten nothing. Yeah, just standing there. Stand there with a wrench tightening, even though it has nothing to do with the job. Hey, just working on this here shelf maintenance, you know. Gotta keep this place up and running. That was probably the worst one, yeah, for sure. I worked in a lot of corporate-owned places, but that one was the worst when it came to like the suits showing up, and the scramble was definitely Walmart. That whole management system that the Walmart has is totally just it's like it's like its own little network of politicians, you know, like they're all, it's like a little political game, the management climb. It's because the store managers actually make quite a bit. They actually make a lot of money, the store managers do. But it's like a popularity contest almost. It's interesting. Lower management makes like nothing, but they're like, you know, trying to climb to the top. Thieves and schemers, yeah. They do the least work and they get the most pay. Does this double as a tea set? Nah, it doesn't. Only in looks. That's definitely a human flaw, I think, that we have, that we want to get ahead in life, that want to have things without working for them. What a hindrance that is. How many world problems are created from that? Most people can't make enough money to live from the things they do want to do as work. Yeah. Right. But it doesn't mean you don't, it's, even when I had jobs that were not the ideal job that I wanted to do, I still tried to be a good worker. I tried to do a good job, to be passionate about the work that I was doing. Not try to do the bare minimum just to skirt by, just to get the paycheck, you know what I mean? That's more what I'm talking about. This do the least to gain the most kind of thing. I think that's why things like the lottery are so popular. Skirt by. You can only benefit from trying to do a good job, no matter what the job is that's in front of you. The time goes by faster. You're gaining, we're always gaining skills, especially with that. You don't really gain much skills with the skirting by mentality, but when you really try your best to do the best job you can, no matter what's in front of you, you're gaining skills that you don't even realize you're gaining. Pride in a job well done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's something to that. My skirting skills are maxed out. Good old Clayton. Me and my neighbor were chit-chatting about that very topic yesterday. To have pride in the work that you do. Hey, T-Doler. All good, my friend. Like I've said, there's a season for everything. We're kind of on an every other week rhythm with the show and tell. So we've just kind of let it flow out naturally that way. And yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. Thanks for the push, man. I always appreciate when you guys share your opinions on, how to improve things or make things better, because it's just good to have perspective. Doesn't mean that, not every idea is taken, but you guys all have your own unique perspective. Or sometimes there's ideas I have that I've been wanting to do, and just hearing it again from someone else just gives it that push to make it happen. Yeah, I agree, T-Dollar. Lots of great work out there. Oh. All right. We're going to have to leave that there for now, folks. Little Miss Emma's got a play date with someone coming over here shortly, so I'm going to go make myself available and keep the peace, so. Well, no evening stream today. No evening stream this week because of all this behind the scenes stuff we're working on. So I will be back on tomorrow morning. And what are we doing tomorrow morning? I think we're doing Skeleton Pirates, maybe? Yeah, I can't remember what we said for Wednesday. Something. We're doing something. Either Skeleton Pirates is tomorrow or it's Thursday. I just can't remember. A little bit of a weird week, but anyways, I'm glad I was able to stream this morning. We had a power outage because of that bad storm rolling through, but everything came back together. So let me find someone to raid, and I'm gonna get on out of here. Carry on with my day. See you later, Looney Lorna. Yeah, thank you, Soldier Dude. Thank you for the generous tip, man. I appreciate it, my friend. And all right, let's see here. Mind if you suggest a raid target? No, I don't mind. Go ahead and suggest away. Are they a music player, perhaps? Hall flutes? Alright, let's go check out Irish flutery. Alright, let's go check out some flutery. Sounds good to me. Something new. Thank you for the suggestion there, T-Dollar. Let's go raid. Let's go check out some Irish flutery. Tomfoolery, better than the tomfoolery. Tomfoolery. That'd be a good channel name, Tomfoolery. Alright, here we go. Alright, everybody. Thanks again. Thank you for the support. Till next time. Bye-bye.